Hello and welcome. Today I'm adding Brawl Brothers from the Jellicoe Collection 1 to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Originally released in 1993 for the Super Nintendo, Brawl Brothers is the sequel to Rival Turf. This is a game that I'd never played before getting this collection. I don't think I'd even heard of it to any great extent. The story involves some rumours of some cloning lab and the characters going off to save their captured friends or gym buddies, as the bad guy wants to make a clone army of elite fighters. Yeah, it's pulpy nonsense, and that's as good as it gets and all you need for a beat 'em up. Anyway, let's get on to breaking this down, starting with the
gameplay.
Just like Rival Turf, Brawl Brothers is a side-scroller beat 'em up or a belt scroller, and once again you can have two-player simultaneous action. The overall movement is faster and there's a little bit more depth to the combat. There are more characters to choose from, although you only select two at the beginning, and these are the two that you can choose from. These are the two that you can choose between when you continue during the game, or if you're playing two-player. The different characters are quite varied, giving you more replay value as you can only choose two for each run. The enemies seem to have better AI and seem a little bit less damage spongy than in Rival Turf. In fact, I'd say the moment-to-moment combat is quite significantly improved over that game. It's still a little bit janky, but not quite as janky as the first one. The stages are also much more varied than the first game, where they were pretty much just left to right. You walk along, fight an enemy or a number of enemies, then the next load, then the next load. This time around there's multi-layered arenas, environmental hazards, and generally it just keeps things a bit more interesting. Still, some of the animation does feel a little bit stiff. There's the occasional hit detection iffiness, and the odd difficulty spike. And if you're playing the base version or the American version, you've got the annoying maze section at the beginning. Although on the Evercade you can use a cheat to play the Japanese version, which is what I've done for this gameplay here, or most of it. Another feature that it has from Rival Turf that has been improved is the angry mode. If you turn it on in the options and you play the game, if you take a certain amount of damage you'll enter an angry mode, which will make your character temporarily more powerful and you'll be flinging enemies around like ragdolls.
Graphics.
Generally it's a step up from Rival Turf. The environments are more varied and tend to be a little bit more detailed. Everything seems more detailed and more interesting as a result. The overall look is a little bit more over the top and imaginative. Overall it has a sort of a very loud and brash visual identity, and it works.
Sound and music.
The sound effects are decent enough, and maybe a slight improvement of those in Rival Turf, and the music, while not exactly memorable, is more energetic than in the first game. It all suits the action very well, so certainly nothing to complain about here, but as I said, the music isn't the most memorable, but during the gameplay it does exactly what it needs to do.
Overall opinion.
While Brawl Brothers is still no Final Fight or Streets of Rage, it is a big step up from Rival Turf. It's less generic, more fun, and generally a little bit less janky, although it is still a little bit rough around the edges, particularly if you're playing the US version, as that sewer maze level is really tedious at the beginning. I strongly recommend changing to the Japanese version, which when you boot up the game and it has the Jellicoe logo come up, continually press the sequence of BAXY, remember to do it according to the Super Nintendo control layout, and it should take you to a glitched out version of the start menu. So if you press start, push up to go to options, do the options things there, exit out and then go back to the title screen where it should display properly. You'll have more fun with the game that way. Overall it's a competent beat 'em up, although not among the best on the Evercade.
Ranking.
Placing Brawl Brothers on my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever, I've elected to put it above the arcade version of Missile Command, but below Side Pocket, placing it at 178 out of 484 games that I've ranked so far. Anyway, that's it for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.